and welcome back to DiceTillDawn and my next iteration of the Christmas 2015 shopping guide. And today I'm looking at 5 party type of games for maybe your Christmas party, I hope. These are vary from a lot of players to down to 5 players, if some might say that they're not party games, but I find that the actual party games that go up to like 15-20 players are usually more of an activities or stuff like that. Oh, okay, there is one game that is more an activity to me too. But anyway, all of these again should be available, and a few are a bit older and most are released in the last year or so. So let's start, and the first game is Bang the Dice game. If you know the card game Bang, this is the dice version of that and works much better. It's very quick, goes from 3 to 7 players, but I wouldn't actually play this other than 5 to 7 players, so it ends usually in 15 to 20 minutes, no matter how many players there are. It's great fun, chaotic, like dice rolling with a western theme and the sheriff and outlaws. Great fun, Bang the Dice game. My second game is actually Telus Trations. This is actually the Finnish version. It's now still in wrap. It was just released in Finnish, so I just poured it up. This is basically the old game of telephone as a board game. You have these flip like booklets where you can dry erase, write things and take it off. So basically one of you or all of you take a card and see a thing there, for example dog food, and as it's actually the example here, and you try to draw dog food, and then you give it to the next player and you get another booklet from another player, and the one that got your dog food picture, he or she only looks at the picture and now tries to write what did you try to like draw here, and maybe you just totally botched the picture or he's thinking of something else, and now he or she writes something what he thinks that the drawing represents, and then it goes to the next player, and now again that player draws what the second player wrote, and it goes on until it has passed through back to you, and then you just compare the things and see which led to which, and this is more fun kind of thing. Goes up to 8 players, or you can get the party back which has up to 12 players. Of course you can actually play this with just pen and paper or stuff like that, but I really like the dry erase because you can always just like easily restart the game and the booklets are nice. So Telus Trations. And then we're on to Spyfall. 3 to 8 players. I wouldn't recommend a 3-player game, but 4 and up is okay. It's better with 5, 6, I think. I have never played an 8 or 8-player game, so I don't really know how that works, or 7 also. But basically one of you is a spy and tries to determine in which location all the other players are. And the players do this by asking questions from each other and trying to point out that I am here, but are you actually here, without giving out too much information so that the spy actually knows where they are. Because if the spy guesses the location or like deducts the location, he wins, or then you can just win if the group unanimously votes that this guy is the spy and the good guys win, I guess. But again, I don't really play this with the scores. We just play and see. Of course we end it by either way, but we don't count the scores, we just start again right away. But great fun and quick usually, depending on the group and situation, might drag out a bit, but usually ends in 15 minutes or so, and you always want to play more than one round. But check out Spyfall. Okay, and then we're on to like kind of a bidding game, I guess, a weird social type of game, Sheriff of Nottingham, where each of you plays as the sheriff in turn, and the other players are trying to bring things to Nottingham, I guess, and some of them might be illegal goods, so you have to butter up the sheriff guy by maybe giving him bribes or saying that next time I won't check your bag if you don't check mine now, because you put the cards you try to bring in into this cloth bag, which has this nice chip lock which makes a great snap sound when you open it, and that's the great effect in this game, because you can try to like, okay, how much are you going to give me if I don't open this, and once you hear the snap, you can't go back and you must examine the things. And if the guy was bringing some contraband, so illegal goods in, you get money for it, and he loses the good and stuff like that. But if he was actually an honest merchant, you now have to pay him, because you are wasting everyone's time, because you are examining like normal goods or stuff like that. And basically the guy that makes the most money in the end wins, and it's just great fun. Basically as like social kind of thing, but it only goes up to 5 players, so I guess party kind of way. But in a smaller party where everyone is just having fun, this is a great time to roleplay the characters and really get into the mode of I am now this guy and now I'm the sheriff and stuff like that. But if you're not interested in that, the game in its mechanics, it's okay, but nothing extraordinary. So the game is at its best when everyone kind of role plays the characters and tries to really get the team out, I guess. Okay, and one more, and again kind of an activity more, but this is concept. Goes up to any number of players in a sense if you want to play teams, but I guess it works better in a bit smaller group, because there's so much going on that you can't really fit all the people around the table, I guess. But basically you get some word. For example, there's a bumblebee here, and there's this ingenious board in the middle of the table which has all of these different kind of concepts. There might be like geometry shapes or colors or perhaps some animals or stuff like that, and now you put these concept things all around the table of the color you are trying to explain, and the players now must deduct what you are trying to say. You can't say any words yourself, so you just put these cubes around the board, and the other players have to figure out what you are trying to say by the placement of these cubes. So it's basically kind of like Alias or something like that, if you know that game, but in a weird format where you're not actually saying anything, you're just trying to explain it on the board. Okay, so those are type 5 of these party type of games. I guess we can argue not all of these are party games, but they are to me, so go check them out if you want some party games for your Christmas. Okay, see you next time. I will go through some 2-player games, so see you soon.